Indigenous leaders from around the world continue to use their hard-won visibility to call for a system of climate finance that values their knowledge and work, offers a fair price for the nature-based solutions they provide, and pays them directly. The asset that we bring to the table is old. To think about the future, you have to think about the past, Francisco Souza, managing director of the FSC Indigenous Foundation, said at a September 23 event hosted by the International Indigenous Rights Organization as part of Climate Week NYC. We have the solutions already. For companies and institutions that have made investments in nature-based solutions and/or buying carbon offsets part of their climate strategy, valuing Indigenous peoples' contributions means investing in their organizations and projects, and paying a fair price for. They do not need to go through too many people, Oumaru Aissatou, Vice President of the Network of Indigenous and Local Populations for the Sustainable Management of Forest Ecosystems in Central Africa, said through a translator at the FSC Indigenous Foundation event. Preserving forests is vital to tackling the climate crisis and protecting millions of species in danger of extinction, and research has repeatedly shown the vital role Indigenous people play as forest stewards. At 370 million, these communities make up less than 5% of the human population but manage or hold tenure over 25% of the planet's land surface and support about 80% of global biodiversity. A United Nations report released last year, for example, found that the indigenous people of Latin America, who face increasing, violent threats to their lands and lives, are by far the best guardians of the region's forests, with deforestation rates as much as 50% lower in their territory. Indigenous communities make up less than 5% of the human population but manage or hold tenure over 25% of the planet's land surface and support about 80% of global biodiversity. Indigenous contributions were officially acknowledged at COP26 in November, where for the first time in COP history, their leaders found themselves drawn into the inner circle of decision-making. The international climate negotiations resulted in the Glasgow Climate Pact, which recognized Indigenous rights and acknowledged the important role Indigenous peoples and local communities, IPLCs, play in averting and minimizing loss and damage associated with the adverse effects of climate change.